We start this hour with the Fox News alert. Take a look at this brand new video. This used to be a booming business in Ferguson, Missouri. Now it's just a pile of smoldering rubble.
Overnight, violent protesters torching more than a dozen buildings as they rioted through the streets.
Our community's got to take some responsibility for what happened tonight. We definitely have done something here that is going to impact our community for a long time.
That is an understatement. Joining us right now live from Ferguson, Missouri is Adam Housley. Adam, we just heard the number of arrests went up. What can you tell us?
Yeah, in fact, before I do that, real quick, see that white bus right there that's past me? That's a bus full of National Guard. We've seen a lot of them this morning. The big question was last night, where were they? Well, we've seen that's a sixth busload we've seen this morning already, guys. Back to the arrests. Sorry to get off that topic for a second. But now we've been told more than 80 have been arrested. What's interesting about that now is of the 80 arrests, only one was for arson. And we know there were 25 fires last night. Now, some of those were car fires, but a lot of them ended up doing this. This was a beauty salon at one point. Look at this shopping center at the end of it, completely destroyed. And if we come over to this side, we're going to walk around and show you what this damage is like all up and down Florissant, this area of Ferguson. Florissant is one of the main thoroughfares. If you look down the sidewalk now, every single business here, guys, was looted, was torn apart, was beat up, was basically thrashed. And then they got to the end, the beauty supply, they set it on fire. What makes this interesting is when we were here this summer, this is a mile and a half, 2 miles from where the rioting was back then, and what happened last night is there was rioting down there 2 miles away. There was rioting here. There was rioting in Old Town Ferguson, and there was also some rioting and problems over in an area south of St. Louis, about 20 miles from here. We went there this morning as well, and there were still at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning rioters there that stopped our car from going through the intersection and tried to stop us at one point, but we got around them. But the problem was very widespread, and there was overwhelmed. In fact, the firefighters that were here were fighting this fire. I mean, look at this. It's gone. And this area, they had to back out because there were gunshots. They heard gunshots here and a number of other locations. So the firefighters had to back out when the gunshots were heard, and a lot of these businesses just burned.
Yeah.
It's an absolute
until they had. Yeah, it is. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this. I mean, they're still smoldering. I don't want to show you one more shot here. That's Florissant. Again, this is a main U.S. city street, 4 lanes. And you look over there in the distance, there's still smoke. There was a fire engine there until about 5 minutes ago. I think they finally, that may be the last. No, there's still a couple of more burning. I mean, they're not fully engulfed anymore. Now it's more dousing what flames are left. But there's still problems, and these guys have been fighting these fires all night.
Yeah.
What are you anticipating tonight? What's the word in terms of preparation and anxiety level? What's expected tonight, Adam?
Well, you know, people are pretty shell-shocked here, as you might imagine. I think what surprised me was the amount of National Guard troops that have now come in. People asked why weren't they here last night, including police officers that I've spoken to this morning, or early this morning, late last night. We're asking the same questions. There is a huge presence here now of that law enforcement and of National Guard. Will that stop? Last summer, 3 months ago, it didn't. We kept having problems every night. Or will protesters move to other parts of the city? We don't know, and that's, I think, the big question here is people don't know what to expect.
That's right. Adam Housley live on one of the main streets of Ferguson, Missouri, where unemployment was already high, and with so many businesses now out of business, probably going to go higher.